effectively. So, you can get as sonically pumped up as you can, just like, want to jump in your car after this conference and like blast it on and like scream duck beers, you're driving home. But if you get to school the next day and you have no idea what to do, it all goes to waste, right? So now it's time to take that inspiration, take that motivation and formulate it into a plan. So this dude right here, perfect, because he was the 2-time president of Rutgers MSA. He was also a YM coordinator, so inshallah he's the perfect guy to talk to you guys about this.
By the way, my name is Abad. Dope here? Okay. So first of all, I just got here, so I really don't know who's here and what MSAs are here. So if you guys can give me somewhat of an idea, I see Edison High, and that's about it. Because I don't know anyone else. So what else is? Who else is here? What other? I mean, I see some other guys. I'm just kidding around, but yeah. North Brunswick High. Okay.
East Brunswick.
Hold on. First of all, who's from North Brunswick? Oh, I don't know a good amount of people in here. Okay. How many? What, you said East Brunswick? Who else is from East Brunswick? Okay. Alright, what about Edison High? Who's from Edison High? Edison High has the least amount.
That's South Brunswick.
Okay. South Brunswick?
Quality over quantity.
Who's in South Brunswick? Okay, nice. Alhamdulillah. And any other MSAs? JP, okay. Who's from JP? Okay, and is that it? Piscataway. Who's from Piscataway? Okay. Alright, and what else? Huh? JFK. Who's from JFK? Wow, okay. Did we miss anyone? Any MSAs? Yeah?
Overtouch's supposed to be here, but they're going to be joining us soon, inshallah.
Oh, they're not here yet?
No,
Why are they late?
I don't know.
Are you representing them?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, alright, so Maz talked to you last about leadership, right?
No, I just randomly talk about things.
Okay. So Maz randomly talked to you about things. So, leadership, which is what Maz talked about, is something that's very important and should be stressed in the MSA level. A lot of people don't stress it enough, and that's something that we all need a reminder for, how to be good leaders and how to have a vision. And I think that's kind of what I was catching at the end with what Maz was talking about, having a vision and everything, which is great. A lot of people have visions and aspirations. But I was just reading the study that was conducted by Harvard Business Review, and they did this study that 83% of the population does not have goals. 83%. And they said that 14% of the population does have goals. Like they have an idea of what they want to accomplish, but it's not written. And only 3% of people actually have written goals. And of all those percentages, the 14% that have goals are 10 times more likely than the 83% that don't have goals to be successful. And the 3% that actually write down their goals, they are 3 times more likely to accomplish success than that 14%. So they're 30 times more likely than the general population. And this was conducted by Harvard Business Review, so it's a pretty legitimate study. It's representative of like the population, I guess, what they were sampling in America. But it's really important. It's something that I discovered my second year in Edison High MSA, when I was president. First whole year was me spent rambling, just trying to figure out what was going on in the MSA, how to lead it, how to do different things. And then the second year, I came across something that really helped me focus, and I used it with my team, and alhamdulillah, a lot of things changed for myself and for the rest of us because we were able to accomplish things. So that's what I want to teach you today. First of all, before I even start, do any of you guys have goals for your MSA that you want to accomplish? Who are the presidents here, if you could raise your hand? Okay. Only 3 presidents? Any vice presidents? Okay. So, what goals do you guys have for your MSA? Don't all shout at once. Yeah.
I remember last year my main goal was just to start an actual MSA because all we had was just a Juma, and that
Okay.
was it. And it started slow by slow. I mean, it started little by little, and it took a little bit of time
Mhm.
before we actually got a good number. And just this year, my main goal is just to increase that number, just
Okay.
to basically make dawah throughout the school to the Muslims, to attend these like meetings.
To increase the number that
Yeah.
come. Okay, alhamdulillah, that's good. What else? Yeah.
I know that at our school it's like started many times, but then it just like dies away as soon as like the graduating class leaves. So I want it to like stay. I want it to start and stay instead of just die away the minute someone graduates.
Okay. What do you mean by stay?
Because
Just
like
curious.
when I was a freshman, it's the senior class that year started it up, and it like that year it worked. It worked out. Like a lot of people went, but then the next year when all those seniors graduated, they no longer had it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, alhamdulillah. Alright, yes.
I feel like it's a big goal to just try to get people to take the MSA or Islamic Club or whatever you call it more seriously, because a lot of times they don't treat it as on par with the other groups or clubs they join in school. So just to make it more significant is a goal on its own. I think.
Okay. Anyone else? No brothers have any goals? Just actually besides one.
Can I say an old value, like
Yeah,
old goal
sure.
from like 1947? One of our goals of the MSA was to add value to the school. So what that means is, if my high school is like, wow, we're really happy we have an MSA, we've accomplished one of our goals. And if we weren't there, they'd be like, man, I wish we had an MSA. So providing some type of benefit to the school or the people there, is providing value, yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna take Omar's goal, because this is a goal that I kinda had when I was in high school, and okay. That was the goal. I want more people at meetings. Okay, I want MSA to have a bigger name. I want more people to know about what it is, to attend it, even if they're not Muslim, to feel welcome to be a part of it. Okay, that was the goal that I had. But there's a problem with this goal. The problem is that when the year came to the end, after the first year, I had no idea whether I accomplished this goal or not. I couldn't really tell. And actually, in Rutgers MSA, we had the same problem. We used to think, in Paul Robeson, I don't know how many of you have been to Rutgers MSA, but we have our meetings in this room called Paul Robeson. And it's kind of small, so when we had these bigger meetings, well, it looked like bigger meetings and the room was packed, it looked like there were 300 people in the room. So we thought, we have a lot of people, this is awesome, this is great. But when we actually tried doing a head count, we realized that it was like something like 120 people total in the room, after actually counting it. So, did we increase by the end of the year? Did we decrease? Did we stay the same? Well, everyone has a different opinion. It looked to me that we all increased, I guess because, I'm president, I want to make it look like it was really good, but it wasn't. So I was like, yeah, we increased. But other people were saying, no, it was the same. We didn't really change. So we had to instill something so that way we can measure that. So your goal, if you want to be able to find out a better goal and that you can realize, it has to fulfill certain criteria. You have to make smarter goals. And some of you have already heard this, but it's a good reminder. Your goal, first of all, has to be specific. Has to be very specific. So, Umar, is there any way you can specify your goal a little more?
Actually, the goal was 50 people for Juma.
50 people. Okay. So, I want 50 people at meetings. Say average. Okay. Specific. So you first want to really specify your goal. And by the way, this translates to anything you do. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain muscle, your fitness goals, whatever, your academics, same thing. You want to be as specific as possible because at the end of it, you want to check yourself. Did I accomplish it or did I not accomplish it? First thing, specify. Second thing, you want to make it measurable. Omar, can you measure that?
Yeah.
You can? How would you measure it?
Just every week you just make a list of like the attendance that you have, the number of people,
Okay.
and if it increases or decreases.
Mm-hmm.
Require tickets, you have to have a ticket to come to the MSA meeting.
Okay. Alright, so those are two ideas, right? By the way, we tried both of them, and actually not that. We tried that, the first idea, but that doesn't work because most people just don't sign in. For us. Every MSA is different. That's another thing you're going to learn. Every MSA is different. For us, signing in just doesn't work. So we have to do something else. We have to do head counts. We have to physically do a head count to see how many people were in the room to see if we were hitting our goal. So, is it measurable? Okay? And when you craft this, you basically shape your whole MSA strategy around that. What are you going to do? How are you going to measure this? How are you going to make sure that you hit this target? And you organize your whole agenda based off of this goal. Okay? The third thing is that it has to be achievable. Alright? It has to be something that you know you can achieve. It can't be that you want to lose 100 pounds of weight in 3 months. That's not going to work. Right? It has to be something you know you can achieve. So, was this achievable for you?
We're still working on it, but
How was it last year?
um,
How many people did you get last year?
last year was about half of what we have this year. By the end of the year, it increased, but on average, it was about half of what we have this year.
Okay. Alright, so you really have to check that. Every single MSA is... So.
Let's continue. I'm watching.
Alright, so it has to be achievable. It has to be something that you know that you can achieve. Alright? Realistic kind of falls under that same category. So I'm not really going to spend much time on that.